So today is the day. Finally time to harvest the potatoes, the red onions, the garlic, and also some white onions to give more space for the carrots and the zucchini to take off and kind of do what they need to do. I'm going to take the tops off of here, and then I am also going to move this grass. I've been using dried grass or grass and then let it dry as mulch, and it has done wonders. Okay, there's a lot here, but I didn't do too much because the potatoes were already pretty big, and most of these weeds didn't really start until the potatoes started to die off. So I'm gonna take it all off. Those are accidental potatoes from some other year or the compost. This year I've had tons of accidental plants all over the place. It's weird because when I was first starting with the gardening, I read it in a book that it said any plant that you don't want is a weed. And it's so funny how true that is, because now some of my biggest weed problems are tomatoes from the compost. I just get tomato plants, and this year so many potato plants everywhere. And so this is like a purple variety. I don't remember if they were mealy or waxy. Everything here and here were just I think 2 or 3 different types of waxy potatoes. I've actually got, if my nerd credentials are ever in question, I'm going to insert this picture here, and then you can see that I do really watch out way too much, make too many plans, and really kind of get geeky about it sometimes. But that's what I love about it. It's really fun. So there are those variety of potatoes, because the purple potatoes were from a friend last year, and I never got the name of the potato from him. But yeah, so let's clear the tops, and then we'll get to it. The tops of the plants are going to go onto the compost. That's what I always do with them. I compost almost everything. I compost the grass, but I decided to start using the grass as a mulch. And because of that, we have a lot less grass in our compost. But I mean, by the end of the year, it all turned into the soil anyway. But I figure it's worth trying to get the soil healthy here instead of creating compost somewhere else and then bringing it back. You don't have to wait for the plants to die back like this. You can also cut the potato plants back when you almost missed you. I'm colorblind, and these really can get away from me. But that one's got rot already. That also shows me something. Yeah. These are the one I love. They are a mealy potato, not a waxy potato, which is really, really fun when you have the mashed potatoes and they have this purple tint to it. But yeah, this one started to rot. Get the rest of these so that the fun can begin. It is 30 degrees Celsius here today, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit, but I have a feeling in the sun it's much, 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 much warmer. Stick to the potatoes. What's up, sweetie? Yeah. So, push. So, time to empty. Okay, nothing there. Good deal. Thought I stomped some potatoes. Yeah, I have super big feet, super tall, so I find it hard to get into these tight spaces sometimes. And that guy got away from me. We also have a lot of wild elephant garlic. I started like, I think it was already 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I got these, and I used to cap them all the time because it's just like you want the biggest piece of garlic you can get. This year I was like, no, I noticed we didn't have as many bees, it felt like in spring, but we also had a weird weather year. So I ended up leaving them and left the flower. The bees really liked it. They were really pretty, and when you have all of these before they started to die off, you had all of these kind of swaying in the wind, and that was just really fun to see, and it's been a real beauty to look at throughout the grow year. So I'll definitely do that again next year. Yeah, the potatoes really took over everything. And when I say everything, I mean it. I had plans for onions, and I thought the onions would get up and going and be stronger. But like, I mean, here, it just barely looks like a piece of grass. Yeah, next year I'm gonna kill off all these accidental plants because they just totally screwed up my whole plan. They kind of killed off most of my peas this year. So yeah, watch out for that. So empty it the second time, and then I think we can start digging. I'll spread this back on here to help keep the weeds down, and then just till it in with the horse poop this coming late fall to winter. So now I'm ready to go. I've got my buckets, I've got my podcast, and now we'll see what was there. Oh yeah, man, they took over everything, the potatoes, and everything else I planted even close just died. All right, so here we go. So these were yellow type. So looking at them, I think they were waxy, the waxy types we had. Just when you think there are none. 3 big old potatoes fall out into my hands. It's not bad. Ooh! No! Oh no. You were too young. Well, since the damage is done, let's see what your guts got. A little guy! This cute little guy here. Yeah, normally they're way, way bigger. But this could also just be a bobble in its first year. But I'm not exactly 100% because a lot of times it seems like the bobbles are just like one, looks like an onion almost. So, yeah, who knows? Either way, it's one of the little ones. So, yeah, purple. This is gonna be hard. I am colorblind, as I have mentioned before, and these potatoes, wow, they really look like they're dirt. It's hard to tell what's a clump of dirt and what is a potato. That's one thing I do like about container gardening. It is much easier to make sure you get all the potatoes, or nearly all the potatoes. I'm always surprised by that one last potato. No. Oh, okay, it was already. Oh, I killed you. Another rando, same variety. Work smart, not hard. I love it when you get to just have it out, and then all those potatoes are right there for you to pick. Yeah. So then let's get them. So I think we're on to, that one still looks the same. There, that's a different type. So there we are. Forgot about the onions. But like I said, it doesn't look like there are really any. They got covered. There are some on the other side that look okay, but here it was too close. All tiny little things. And so that was a mistake. Potatoes are out. Now it is time for the onions. Trying to be careful not to damage them. So what we've been working on here are the red onions. Trying to get some of the weeds out. There was a surprise potato back there, but this year they're looking better than they have since I moved here. So I think the horse poop is pushing the manure is pushing all of this in the right direction. It's also, I thought the carrots would fork more, but so far all the carrots we've had have been fine. So it's looking good. So now onto the garlic here in the middle. I hear a lot about you need to buy seed garlic. So far I've actually never bought. Every time it's been store-bought. I think I may have tried once, but there wasn't anything spectacular. So maybe I'm off a little, but there they are. So my row was off. Finally got some real sized onions. It's a very little victory. So the onions are done. Now going onto the garlic. Every year this flower grows and I think it's cute, so I do actually just kind of leave it, give it its chance to be. Man, I put them down deeper. These are very loosely kind of held together. I think I waited a little too long for some of these, but it'll still do. What's up, sweetie? Yeah. Two more onions. So, stack these over here, out of the way. But the garlic looks good. I'm happy with this. The space definitely helps. It's always hard for me to cut back and give it the proper space, because I always just pack too much in. But they seem to thank you for it. Snagged a little carrot. Very little carrot. Man, I love fresh carrots. The garlic's out now, and the onions are next. Here they come. These are Stuttgarter Riesen. I don't know exactly why they call them Riesen, German for like giant. Maybe somebody's got a better idea of how to do them than me, because mine haven't been. I always have the biggest vegetables usually up front, because it's the sunniest before it wraps around. I mean, it's kind of self-evident. So the other onions. I think that's my biggest one yet. I think. That's my biggest one yet. Yeah. Nice. Another friend that always comes back. dill. All right. Need to take a second. These are very, very good. Very good this year. Using it to take a short little break. Okay. Next, elephant garlic. Again, with these, you have to watch out because there are often bulbils. This one doesn't seem to have any. Ah, that's what I thought. Okay, there's one. This is how you get them the year after. So it's usually of something that small. Usually something about half of the size of that, but it's usually just one. And then you plant that again, and the year after, that's where you get this. And the bulbils are often like this underneath, and they fall off when you pull them out. A very good propagation strategy. Oh, let's see how many we get of those. Well, so now I'm starting to eat too many carrots. There's a good example. And so it usually kind of sits there like that, but it comes out of there. I think 1 or 2 is usual. I've seen up to maybe 5 with the big ones, but it just kind of depends. Another rando potato. This one I didn't even see. It is funny how many potatoes I've gotten this year. I'm not joking. It's been kilos of potatoes from potatoes that weren't supposed to be here, but they're here. Not tons, but considering it wasn't even planned, it's not bad. So, I think that is, oh, there's still one over there. See, that's what I'm talking about. So, no bulbils, so it shows the point perfectly. So, what this is a 1-year bulbil. So it looks like an onion. It grew like the rest, but like you see, it didn't have the flower like the rest. It died off. It was just kind of the plant. And now you can see. So how many do I have here? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Oop, dropped one, making it 14. Now back. This is what you kind of start with. It then goes into this, which then you put back in the ground, and it turns into one of this. And as you can see, that's just one clove. So they do get pretty big, but they are a milder taste. It's not as intensive as it is with normal garlic. Like yesterday, we grilled and had some steaks and some sausages, and we took 1 or 2 of the cloves, cut them in half, put a little butter on it, and then put it into on the grill with everything. And then afterwards, you just cut a little bit of meat, cut a little bit of the grilled garlic, elephant garlic, and it was really good. I'm gonna double check, but I think that was it actually. Yeah, this is looking like it. If I put the bulbils in that 1 year down, I come back, and I pick up all that was harvested. Yeah, now I'm back on course. So now I'm gonna lay them out to dry in the sun for a couple of days and show you the results of that.